Hi, and welcome to Raising Girls of Restoration. My name is Angela.
And my name is Greg.
And we're a podcast that discusses marriage, life, and raising three beautiful but very different girls. We believe in living life to the fullest, loving every moment, and laughing every day. Follow us on whatever platform you get your podcasts. We have new episodes posted every first and third Wednesday of the month. This is episode 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So the topic today is, should marriage be 50-50?
The textbook answer would be yes. Marriages should be 50-50 split. However, from a realistic standpoint, I say no. Prime example. Let me give you an example. Let's say we're going to meet in the middle of the lake. We're going to meet in the middle of the pool. So you go on this side and I go on this side. And I need you to swim to the middle. Mm-hmm. Now, we have a lot of differences when it comes to swimming. You are considered somewhat a novice swimmer. I'm considered an okay swimmer. We're not going to get there at the same time.
True.
It's going to be a struggle. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a lack of communication. You might not even make it.
Nah, I'll probably get 10%. I'll probably be about 10% of the way.
Right. And me...
You're going to be sitting there waiting on me if you stop at 50.
Yes, exactly. So I wanted to paint that picture just to show you that a lot of times when it comes to 50-50 split, I may... In my mind, I'm giving 100%, but... And my wife, in Angel's mind... she's giving 100%, but she can only give 10-20 based on what she's capable of doing. So that's why I think sometimes when it comes 50-50, that's why the textbook answer is yes, it should be 50-50, because you would think that, yes, okay, you're meeting in the middle, you're working together as a team. However, I think it should be certain ways that you can get there opposed to it not being 50-50.
Mm-hmm. And I think that if we go into the relationship or marriage, thinking 50-50 in that situation like that occurs, and it could be in any situation, not necessarily with the pool.
Right.
And I only can give you 10. And then if you sit there at the 50, you're going to be sitting there and you're going to get mad, you're going to get angry, you're going to get upset, and you're like, you're not pushing hard enough, you're not doing what you're supposed to do.
Right.
And I could be doing the best I can, with all I got is 10% because I'm not that well of a swimmer.
Prime example. I got another example.
Okay.
And we're going to get to our points. We were on our, and she probably can elaborate a little bit more, on our...
Talk about Jamaica?
Yes, we're talking about Jamaica on our trip. And we had...
We were on a vacation.
We were on a vacation. And just explain. You can explain a little better.
So we were on a vacation. Oh, love the vacation. We went to Jamaica, and it was an all-inclusive resort. And they had a couples game day. Mm-hmm. And you talking about the canoeing?
Yeah.
Kayaking?
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Awful. So we were on a team with other couples.
We had 7 events.
Correct.
Total.
One event was a water event, and we had to kayak around the cone and come back. And these couples just jumping in the kayak, and they just going, and and we like, okay, we finna do this. We jump in there and we don't move anywhere.
Exactly.
Nowhere.
Exactly.
But me and you were working on the same team, but we yelling at each other.
Yes.
You telling me to pedal, I'm telling you to pedal.
Right.
And we still not moving anywhere.
Right. And at that point, and now, in my mind, I feel like I was giving 100%.
I know I was giving 100%.
But what happened was there was a lack of communication.
Yeah. And
a lot of times when you have a lack of communication, you can't operate in that 50-50 mindset.
No.
In that case, we both were novice. When it comes to canoeing, understanding the angles, understanding who turns first, do you turn together? I know how to canoe now because of my job, but I did not have a clue when it comes to canoeing, and we failed miserably.
We did.
Because now, if it was the case, what we're going to get into, we're going to get into one of our topics is actually responsibility, sharing responsibilities and things of that nature. But
on our points.
Yes, based on our points. But if I was, let's say, if I was really good at canoeing, I could have been working with her, Angel. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. You do it this time. You do it this time. And then that way I could actually contribute 80, and she can contribute 20, and then. But that I feel like that has a lot to be. It's not so much a percent, but based on fairness. And I think if you look at a relationship based on fairness, I think you can actually gain more ground by not looking at the number 50-50 and looking at the fairness piece of it.
Yeah. And I think that when it comes to a marriage, the fairness has to definitely be dipped in love. Because you just can't look at things as being fair as like friends. It has to be love fair.
Right.
Because the 3 bullets or the 3 points that we're going to talk about is when it comes to being 50-50 in a relationship and a marriage, there are certain things like you have the emotional aspect of it.
Financial.
You have financial aspect, and then you have the responsibility aspect. So when we look at those 3 things in a marriage and looking at 50-50, they rank differently.
They do.
So yeah, I don't know what we were listening to, but this one lady was talking about how when they was talking about 50-50 in a marriage, she was saying that she based hers on 100, and then she tried to be at 100, and her spouse tried to be at 100, and if one day he's only at 10%, then she carries the 90%. Or if she's going through something at work, or she's just tired when she get home and she only at a 40, then he carries the 60. So emotionally, I think when it comes to a marriage, you can never be at 50-50 because emotionally it's up and down. Some people deal with depression, anxiety, bad jobs, workplace. You got the kids going. You got all these different things, and it's a day-to-day basis. Emotionally, what do you think about emotionally?
Yes, I think it has a lot to do with what we said prior to, is that yes, it has to be a sense of fairness. It has to be a sense of love, and when it comes to the emotional aspect of it, yes, you just have to. I think each person has to pull their weight, and I think, but a lot of times when people get emotional, it's because the other partner is not pulling their weight, and that can create a sense of emotions. Now, sometimes that individual might, and sometimes I may find myself, I'll talk about me. Sometimes it may be certain tasks that we have to do and that we agree upon doing, and I may not pull my weight. And my wife over here, she's a go-getter, and she go out there and she gives it her all. On everything she do. If she picking something off the floor, she gonna give 100%. But I'm giving you an example, but that's what it's like, bro. I'm telling you, bros and female, everybody in America, everybody, whoever, outside of the country, everybody, that's how it is when it comes to her. I'm not like that. I'm not like that. I will contribute, but as far as just like exert myself, think I'm gonna be, no. So that's why I feel like sometimes she can get emotional because she feels like she's pulling all the weight. Would you agree?
Yeah, and I would say in the beginning of our marriage, because we had to learn each other. Okay. And I think now, in time, you learn your spouse and you understand your spouse and their needs and their desires.
Their capabilities.
Correct. And you can't expect your spouse to be have the same passion, the love and desire for certain things that you have. Right. Some things y'all might, but some things you might not. So in the case that you might not, you have to say, okay, well, this is him. This is what my desire is. So I'm going to push for it. So.
Yeah. And prime example, even with this podcast, and I'll be honest, I'm not a 110% podcast guy. I'm my wife sparked everything up. She put the time, the effort, the money, investments, and things of that nature, and made this podcast what it's supposed to be. But in my mind, I'm like, oh gosh, I got so many other things to do.
But you enjoy it.
I haven't got to it. I haven't got to the end part yet. I know I might sound like I'm talking a long time, but yes. But after she put the work in, and I actually sat down and started. The first time I started talking, as soon as I started talking, I'm like, man, I like this. I like this. But in this case right here, she put about 100% of the work. She started, and then now it's about 80, 20, 80-30 right now. So I am involving myself in her vision, in her vision. So just trying to, so when it comes to the emotional piece, that actually helps with emotions, because now I'm actually involving myself in what she enjoyed doing. Mm-hmm. So she doesn't get as emotional.
Correct.
And that's probably why, we met in the middle. She says, okay, we'll do it 2 times out of the month.
Correct. I compromised. Correct.
Compromise.
Because I wanted to post weekly.
Because she wanted to post weekly. Now, will we get there eventually? Yes, we're gonna get there. We're gonna.
All right now.
Yes. We're gonna get there. So that was a win-win situation when it comes to emotionally. Now, when it comes to financially.
Yeah, I think that's the big one.
That's the big one. That's
for most relationships. Yeah, because especially if you have 2 very independent people. And then you get married, and then y'all start talking about putting y'all money all in the same pot. And not saying that's wrong, not saying that's right. It's just to each his own marriage, But even if you don't put your money in the same bank account, it's like the way we work it is that, when it comes to, I don't know, it's kind of like a not said. First of all, we have a joint account. Mm-hmm. We have a joint checking and savings, but then we have individual accounts as well, where the majority of our money go to. Right. And we have you pay this, you pay this, you do this with your money, you do that with your money. Right. Sometimes I buy groceries, sometimes he buy groceries. So it's not like a set thing. It's just that we know just to do. Right. It's no, well, I did this time, it's not no back and forth. It's just that we do.
Right. And actually we operate just based on who can contribute at that time. True. And at the times where, hey, this week gonna be a little rough for me. Correct. So I'll step in, and I'll contribute the groceries that week, and then next week I'll be like, whoo, this week might be a little tight this week, so we just work together. Because if you try to do 50-50 in that situation, you'll never prevail. You'll never prevail, because how you gonna be me 50-50 and I'm broke and you got money? Just the bottom line.
They would have to actually sit down and work out okay, you make this, you earn this much, you earn this much, and we have to calculate. It might be a marriage out there to do that. And then they say we have to use 40% of our bills to. Right, that is a lot, and to each his own. But if you can handle that, to me that would give me a headache.
Yeah, and I don't feel comfortable. You question me every week. Why you bought that? Why you did this? I work, and just like you work. And we have, if it's things that you like to purchase, get it. If it's things I like to purchase, Gregory, get it. And yes, if we did communicate, and I think sometimes it'd be a problem, because my wife is so busy on talking about, well, you don't need this, and you don't need this, and you don't need that, and
I do not say that a lot. The only thing I say that about is his vehicles.
Okay.
I don't say about anything else.
You don't you?
No.
Oh.
No, because when he gets a new vehicle, he goes in full throttle. Mm-hmm. It's like he don't waste no time. Like if I get something, like when I got the house and stuff, I want to do this. No, Angel, just relax. You don't have to do everything all at one time. Just relax. You don't have to. But when you get a new vehicle, he want to get this done, done. He want to change this. Ain't nothing wrong with the. It's fine how it is. He want to get new tires.
Yeah, it got to fit me.
So the only thing I complain about is when you do that, just know that when I do stuff on the house, Don't be like, we can renovate the bathroom, but you don't need no new tub. Come on, y'all.
Yeah. No, it's hey, but in that situation is already taken care of.
And I'm getting a new tub.
Yeah. Oh, we getting all that. She's getting all that. I ain't got that. Listen, that's okay. That's what you want. Done deal. Now I may mention, the tub. Anyways, but yes, yeah. We're gonna stick right there. And the last the last topic was responsibilities.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like when we say responsibility, we're talking about cleaning, taking kids places,
whoever can do it at the time,
yard work,
whoever can do it. Oh,
trash.
Yard. Oh, wait.
I love yard work. You don't like me out there doing yard work.
Why?
I don't know.
You can't answer that.
No.
You can't answer that.
Why?
I can.
Because I complain. I don't know why. I love doing yard work. I rather do yard work than housework.
Okay. She has she's different. We do things different. For example, if we have one task, she always just go get it. Like yesterday, I did the mulch and everything, but it was so easy because I had a system. I created my own system. I did a one-man band, but she did contribute. We went to help me go to the store. If I didn't go to the store, I probably would have forgot to get them because my mind was somewhere else. I was getting a toolbox or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I had a system. But when we did it before, I don't know what. It was just, no, why are you spreading it out? Why are you doing it like this? You need to probably, don't pack it like this. Don't spread it like this. Don't do it. It's always like, it's just like we function different. We just can't work together as a team. If she could just take like some duct tape and just like take the top lip and the bottom lip together, I think it would help tremendously. We just work and get the job done.
I think we probably need to communicate before it starts. And that's the issue because we don't have a plan.
What are we communicating about? Get the work done.
But see, that's what we're doing. We're getting the work done, but I'm getting the work done the way I like to get the work done, and you getting the work done the way you like to get the work done, and that's how we bump heads.
Yeah.
So if we communicate it ahead of time and be like, okay, this is a plan. We're going to take it. We're going to put it out here. And then at that time, if I be like, well, maybe we should do it this way, and then we can talk about it. Not getting out there doing it at the time, and then you can be like, no, that's not a good idea. Do it this way. This is the way I like to do it. And then I will know. You know?
Okay. Well, that's that.
Again, but then that's like, I don't know. I don't. To me, when it comes to 50-50, and this is something I say, it's like when you're married. To me, I think it's just 100% pile right here. Uh-huh. And people say, well, you got to give 100, and your spouse have to give 100 every time. You will burn yourself out if you giving 100 in financial responsibility. And what was the third one?
Financial responsibility.
Emotionally. Uh-huh. If you always at 100 emotionally, you crazy.
Yeah,
you will be crazy.
You will be crazy. Go ahead and get the straight jacket.
Yes.
Padded room.
So I look at it as a big old bowl. It's 100%. Yeah. And sometimes I can pull out 20. And that's what I got. And then you carry the 80.
Yeah,
and if you can't carry the 80, if you only can carry 50, and so we at 70% together. As long as we at 70% together is what counts.
Right.
You know.
No, I understand. Yeah.
Now, if we need to be at 100, we just have to, for whatever reason, we got to just kick it up a little bit, and I get like a little 10% more, you get like a little 10% more.
Yeah.
You know, that's my opinion when it comes to a marriage. It's just it's 100% bowl.
It is.
We're gonna try to get to 100 every day cohesively. But if we don't, we're going to do the best we can.
Do the best we can.
What you think?
Because they are bigger fish to fry.
What fish we frying?
I'm just saying there's a lot more fish to fry than just sitting here and just be dwelling on, one little aspect. Because it's always something. Even when it comes to marriages, it's always something. It never fails. It's always, especially when you have kids. Every day is different. And then a lot of times, some of your core responsibilities and your goals, sometimes you have to finagle them, and you have to, based on scheduling. Sometimes you have schedule conflicts and all those things. So it's just, you have to live it day by day, and you have to pray, but you have to take it day by day, and don't let life get the best of you.
That's true.
That's true. And then yes, when it so, and let me know if you're in agreement. But when it comes to 50-50 splits, when it comes to relationships, I don't want to say it's a myth, but I feel like it doesn't work for us.
No.
Right.
Doesn't.
I can't speak for nobody else.
No, it doesn't.
And
even 100% doesn't work for us. Like I said, no, we got this big old bowl. We got 100% in there.
Get it done.
We strive towards it.
There you go.
Whatever we get, if and it might be some days I'm at 70 and you at 70. Hey, baby, we got 140%.
There you go. If that makes sense. Yeah.
We over the top.
Yeah. So yeah. So I think we kind of wrap it up in a bowl. We talked about financially, emotionally, spiritually.
And responsibility.
Co-responsibility. But when it comes to putting your effort, and when it comes to giving, just do what you can do. Stay in communication with each other.
Yeah.
And that's the main key, and that's something that I'm striving to work on myself. Is communicating better, because that will help solve a lot of the emotional aspects. It'll help solve a lot of the responsibilities and the financial aspects. So
correct.
Communication is the key. And believe it or not, everything that you do, you have to communicate. We tell our daughters every single day, you have to communicate. When it comes to responsibilities, the things need to take place. Even with all this basketball and stuff going on, it may look like they out there shooting basketball, but no, you got to communicate.
Correct.
You got to, hey, come back over here, get back over here. He coming. You got to know how to communicate. So I think when it comes to tackling 50-50, and actually just working together, is that you have to have a strong communication piece when it comes to relationship. Correct.
Well, guys, that is it for us today. This was episode 5.
Music! No, I'm just playing.
It's 3 things we want you to remember. We want you to remember to live life to the fullest. Love every moment. And laugh.
Always laugh.
Every day.
Every day.
And that's it for us.
That's it.
Take care, and we will see you again next time.
Music!